And here we go.
What's going on, everybody? My name is Mike from the Super Wheeler Bros, and I'm here to bring you another review on Season 7 of The Walking Dead. This time we're tackling Episode 2, entitled The Well. Where to start with this episode? It was a good respite. We needed to get away from the brutality of the first episode a bit, so this one was a bit more quiet. There were still some things that happened. You know, we didn't just completely go away from the saviors and everything. They were involved in a quick little scene this week. The big thing, the big to-do, is we finally got to meet King Ezekiel. King Ezekiel was portrayed by, was it Carey Payton, I believe his name was. Well-known video game voice actor. Done like Batman, Arkham series, and things like that. Teen Titans, I believe, as well. King Ezekiel was really cool. I enjoyed how he was presented. I enjoyed the grandeur in which he portrayed that role. You know, Shiva, the Bengal tiger, that was really cool, really well done CGI. And I guess they did a little bit of animatronic mixed with CGI to capture that, which was really, really neat. But the thing that really kind of stood out for me was the interaction between Carol and Ezekiel, and Morgan and Ezekiel. It almost seems like Ezekiel was looking for confidants in these really strong presented characters. You know, when we first see Carol, she's getting taken back to the kingdom, and she's still in that broken mental state where she's not, you know, the badass Carol that we're used to, but one that is just been weary from all of the killing that she's had to do. And it doesn't hurt that two of the best actors on the show are in this episode. That's what makes it still work for me. Because Walking Dead does some really annoying things where they go away from the main group for episodes at a time. And this right here is another example of that. However, I think it works for the simple fact that last week was so bludgeoning that we had to kind of relax. And the only way to do that is to stay as far away from the sanctuary, which is the Savior's home, and stay away from Alexandria, who are dealing with what just happened, by going with Morgan and Carol in the kingdom. And Lenny James and Melissa McBride, they're just phenomenal. This episode had some good character building. We got to meet a couple of new characters, but the main focus was on Ezekiel, Carol, and Morgan. And I thought that everything kind of unfolded really well. I really enjoyed this episode as kind of taking a step back from what just happened. I know a lot of times I don't like this. As much as everybody loved that Morgan episode, and it was good, probably shouldn't have been 90 minutes, and they could have sprinkled it, you know, here and there, rather than just doing a whole episode. But the Governor episode, where we did like 3 whole episodes on the Governor, and I'm sure we're going to have some Negan backstory where they're going to do this exact same thing. I'm not a fan of how they choose to do that sometimes. This particular episode worked, and they're going to go right back to doing the same thing next week, whereas we kind of need to get back to Rick and crew to see what's going on. You know, now next week we're going to be doing, again, a standalone episode, it looks like, since the preview and everything looked like that. It looked like we were going with Daryl and Negan and the Saviors in the Sanctuary. So it bothers me sometimes, but this time it worked. It was a good respite from the bludgeoning that just happened. So that works out. The best scene of the episode this time was the scene where Carol was leaving, and Ezekiel can see right through her, you know, Susie Homemaker, nice girl act. And she also, in turn, sees straight through King Ezekiel's royal grandeur BS. And they called each other on it. And I love the scene of vulnerability where, you know, he tells his backstory and tells that he has to give people hope because that's what people need. And I think it worked really well, especially with Carol saying, you know, I gotta go, I gotta get out of here. And he ends up, you know, giving her the space, but she doesn't stray too far away. So I thought this was a really good episode. I enjoyed it very, very much. If I was going to score it, I would probably say maybe an 8. So very, very steady through the first 2 episodes, very different episodes, but great job so far on the season. We'll see where it goes. Like I said, Negan opens up so many, and the Saviors open up so many stories. So we'll see where it goes from here. Next week, we're going to be spending time in the Sanctuary. Don't expect to get back to Rick and Co. until episode 4. So hang on one more week. But anyways, if you enjoyed this video, make sure that you drop a like on it. And if you haven't subscribed yet and you enjoyed this video, please subscribe, because we're going to be sending more great videos your way. We're going to have more reviews, more top 10s, everything that you could possibly want from the Super Wheeler Bros. We will be giving it to you. Anyway, we appreciate you joining us. Hope you enjoyed the review. Have yourselves a super week, people.